EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Cowboys going up against the Browns. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball in the air downfield. Don't get hung up on the fact he only ran 4 routes at Baylor. Just coach him up and turn him loose. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Green.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go for a big play down. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. As they run left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
All week long as a defense, you game plan to stop this guy as a runner. And then when they start sneaking him out of the backfield and throwing it to him, that totally disrupts what you plan to do in the game.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop.
Here we go now. Boom, Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Complete to Jason Witten. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
4 yards remaining now on second down. And the play clock's running down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
Now the third-year man from Alabama State, Isaiah Crowell. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And McManus able to put it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do. It was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that leads to a Dallas first down.
And he got it done in the passing game on that play. It was almost like a run because he caught it right around the line of scrimmage. Either way, he got a big chunk of yards after making the catch.
Play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Haoli Kikaha in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
All right, now look at this. No, check. Patriot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Let's go. B-19. Over.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Green, 39.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Watch it, Leopard. Gone. No, check. Patriot.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice gain there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Gun. They'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hurry up, here we go. Gone. Back nine to that Philly, here we go. Detroit. Over. All right, now, look at 56.
Play clock winding down. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Browns' new signee from the Jets, Demario Davis. In from his linebacker spot, he's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Over.
They come up in an offset eye. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out in the pistol. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
A gain of 3, second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down following the run.
All right, now look at 56. Now let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Hurry up, here we go. Over.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second
Watch it
down.
now, Marty. Now let's go. Gone. Leopard. Detroit.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. Backing up. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Detroit! Set! Green!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. They'll go with a keeper. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and very short here, less than a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They come up in an offset eye. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now he'll He'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And on the left side, he's got Witten. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Seven yards remain now on 3rd down.
Detroit! Set! Green, 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete to Jason Witten. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now let's go!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go now.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Third down and 5. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now this time he'll look to throw. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Demario Davis in there to drop it for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Taking it about the 36. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Deep drop. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Third down and 12. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time. He's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a shotgun snap is... Oh, no, he lost the football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And out here come the Cowboys. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, now, look at 56. Over.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Here we go now. The track 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So they're operating in the red zone. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively, things are starting to pile up against them. And they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
Second down following the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Out of the gun now on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. Now fourth down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this is picked up by the Browns.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Shift together here from the D-line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it.